Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. Sorry about the little glitch there at the beginning. Hopefully things are running smooth. It's a live stream. You never know what is going to happen in a live stream. But how's it looking, fact checker? Sorry, we're double checking things right now. Make sure that we're doing the best we can for the stream.
Let me see. Okay. Yep. I think you're there.
I'm there. We're good?
Yeah, I hear you. You look good.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's get into things. Sorry, everybody, about that. That was a little crazy, but we're live now. We're going. Yeah. So let's get into it. Is Disney Star Wars continue to go through the same asteroid field? Because that's what it feels like. So strap yourselves in as we hit the rundown. We got question of the week, Holonet Marathon news, including Star Wars Starfighter rumors, including Rey is back, Mara Jade is in, Luke's son, Ryan Gosling's character is Cade Skywalker. I know it's a little bit old news, but we're going to cover it. Then Bryce Dallas Howard talks Ahsoka Season 2, and romance? Is romance back on the menu? Let's hope so. Star Wars, or maybe, we'll see. Star Wars Visions trailer drops. Oh my goodness, John Boyega has better ideas for the sequel trilogy. And Spaceballs 2 is already trolling the heck out of the sequels, and I personally am loving that, to be honest with you. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see if we can fly through this asteroid field of Star Wars news without exploding. But first, let's meet tonight pilot and co-pilot. That's me. You met me already. I'm here. I am the pilot and the co-pilot.
What's your name?
Or not co-pilot. I'm the pilot and the host, Dustin.
Pilot and co-pilot.
Yeah, right. I'm talking to myself. I'm Schmeagol, basically. Just talking in the corner. Oh, good job. You're flying great. Okay, anyway. But also, and with me, we have the fearless co-pilot, the fact checker. What's up, fact checker?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Hoping we don't take too many hits in that asteroid field.
I know.
They can also dent you, right? Like, pretty good.
Yeah, you could
dent your ship.
You could dent your ship, and you could die. They could just blow up your ship.
Yeah.
That would be
They're big
worse.
Enough.
Yeah, it depends on the size. I mean, so far, so good. For the most part, I feel like, well, tonight we had run some issues. So
there we go. We took one hit already.
We took one hit already.
No. Should we count them tonight? No.
Oh, my goodness.
No more, right?
No more hits. All right. That was crazy. It was like 5 seconds left, and everything just went to crap on my computer.
Yeah, Tarkin said she thought it was just her stuck on the 5-second
No, it's
loop.
Sorry about that, guys. No, it was my computer freaked out. You know, I think it was a secondary monitor died on me, and I think it reset tons of stuff.
Whoa.
Anyway, you didn't come here for that.
Things are connected.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
You guys didn't come here to hear about our problems. Let's get into Star Wars problems.
Oh, dear.
I'm just kidding.
And positive things, right?
Potentially. But the most positive thing is everybody here who's with us tonight, fact checker, in the Gonkers.
I know. The Gonkers are awesome. We've got, like I already mentioned, Tamerkins. And she just said, not to worry. You are still flying half a ship. Perfect.
That is a great quote.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. That's
it
good.
It's a live show and flying half a ship. It's like our part of our mottos.
Yeah, I still use that in everyday life too. I'm like, it's a live show. You never know what's gonna happen. People look at me funny, but
I'm sure they do. And then Descendants to John McCarter said, "What's up, guys?
What's up? Yeah. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate having you tonight."
Absolutely. And then Elise jumped in and said, "Hey, everyone."
What's up, Elise?
Absolutely happy to have you guys here.
Yeah, thank you for jumping in.
And then Carla's hanging out. She said, "Happy International Coffee Day." She's definitely a coffee drinker.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what today is, and it should be acknowledged.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
For sure. And we are drinking a version of tea. Not tea, coffee. Wow, I already failed.
Oh, no.
We're not dodging these asteroids so well at the moment.
No, number two.
Number two. That was, ew, gross.
No, oh, gosh.
Oh, my. Later. Right. Oh, wow. Kidding. Well, coffee does sometimes lead to that.
It can.
It can. But
TMI.
Is it touching the table again? Your mic?
Oh,
I feel like I'm hearing.
Yep, it is. Sorry, one second.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I just kept hearing something. All right, well, we're doing great dodging these asteroids. Thank you for bearing with us. All right, we're going to get into things, though. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. We appreciate every single one of you. So
let's have some lurkers, too.
We love the lurkers. If you're lurking out there, man, if you're watching back later, we love you just as much. Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate it. All right, let's move on. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us so we can continue to grow this wonderful community together. Because with all of us together, we make Star Wars butter. Butter.
That's awesome.
By butter, we mean better. If it's your first time, we mean better. That's one of our missions here on Stay on Target is with all of us together, we can make Star Wars better. We're going to call it how we see it. Mostly, we try to have constructive criticism here, but we're not afraid to talk about anything in Star Wars. And, well, in real life, too, but we mainly talk Star Wars here. So anyway, speaking of Star Wars, let's get into Question of the Week.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
All right, shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Luke!
All right, the question of the week is, what would make you the most excited for Star Wars again? I say this because there's a lot of crazy news going out there. There's a lot of crazy stuff, but I still see a lot of apathy when it comes to Star Wars. I feel like a lot of people are still kind of sleeping on it, I guess you could say, not as excited as maybe they once were. So what could bring Star Wars fans back? Or what could bring people, specifically you guys in the chat and also the commenters down below, what do you want to see in Star Wars? That's kind of, I'm hoping to give Disney Lucasfilm again some feedback, some good feedback that maybe they'll take. I mean, they're probably never going to watch the show, but
you never know.
If they do, actually, we have some news about that. I still think somebody watched one of our shorts, at least, or one of our videos, a different YouTube channel. We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. But anyway.
So are we picking out of like the news we're going to talk about today or just in general, like broad,
This is broad. This is very broad. Okay. This is like almost how could Star Wars course correct? Or what? But it's more specific to you. What
would draw you in more?
What would make you excited about Star Wars again? That's the thing.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I see you there, Hunter, lurking, doing some bike work. Nice. Thanks for listening, dude. And lurking. We love lurkers, and we love you, Hunter. I love you. Okay, I'm not that creepy to everybody. I trust me.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Hunter and I have a history.
Oh God,
that sounds weird.
That sounds horrible.
We're good friends. That's what I mean by that.
Perfect.
All right. Yeah. So, do you have? I'll let you go first.
Oh boy.
Fact checker.
You know, I struggle with these broad questions.
I know. Well, you don't have to be. You don't have to be specific in your answer. What would actually make you like? What would make you want to watch Star Wars again? It could be like, I'm thinking something for you right away.
Okay, yeah, you answer for me.
I'm not going to answer for you, but it's a suggestion. Yeah. Is some sort of romance in Star Wars. So I'm almost thinking like, because, with Han and Leia, getting back to some sort of love story in Star Wars, I feel like you would really enjoy that. What do you think about that? Is that am I on the right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That would be amazing.
Would that actually get you excited, though?
But if it's like, this is going to sound really cheesy, and I'm not that, hopefully not that cheesy, I don't know, all the time, but if there's like a princess kind of story, that would be fun. Not like a Jack Black and that girl kind of situation. It needs to be done right and better.
You didn't like that? I thought everybody unanimously liked that. Sarcasm.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But do a good romance story. If there's some royalty involved, it's always a little bit more fascinating. So there's the Mando royalty they could tap into. There's all kinds of different cultures that would have some kind of system like that they could touch on.
Right, because they kind of did it in Andor in some ways. Not really royalty, but on Chandrilla, they had the wedding and stuff like that. Sure. But that's not really the style that you're going for. You want... I still think one of the best things they could do, and that would get a lot of ladies involved, and dudes, though, too, is a romantic comedy in Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely. Also, keep it fun. Keep it lighthearted. Which
could lead to one of the things I'm thinking about that would get me excited about Star Wars again. Well, first and foremost, I have to say... And what goes along with it, though, is Heir to the Empire. I want to see live action Heir to the Empire.
Here's just an easy answer.
I want to see the original trilogy characters recast. I know that's controversial, but recast, give them a chance, get the right people involved, and do a faithful adaptation to heir to the Empire, but give us that. There's a love story in there. There's multiple love stories in that series, and that's why I really think you can get fans back with that. Or there's the other one, which is I think it's a book. It's called The Courtship of, I think it's Han and Leia's courtship or marriage or something like that. It is kind of more of a semi-romance novel, but there's still action and stuff in there. So I think that could work really well in Star Wars. Now, for me, Heir to the Empire would get me the most excited. But like, you'd have to get rid of so many things in Star Wars. I don't see it happening. They would have to adapt it now, and I don't want to see an adaptation. I want to see a faithful retelling of that because it's all so good, and the story beats, the plot, the way it moves forward. It's just prime for a movie trilogy.
Yeah, and I guess that would be the other thing I would want is a series or a trilogy, something that's more than just a one-off or a side mission or a two-season show or whatever. I want depth to whatever story, to whatever they present, whether it's a show or a movie.
You want to get invested in these characters, and you want to have hope for a brighter future with these characters.
Yeah.
You want to end it happy. I mean, even right here, Elise says...
Yeah, that was a good question.
Seriously, when was the last time we had romance that didn't end in tragedy? I know, I completely agree. It feels like it's been forever, and that's what we're talking about. That's why we want. So you're right on the money there, Elise. But yeah, and if you guys let us know in the chat too. We want to hear from you guys. What would make you excited for Star Wars? You know, what would make you the most excited? Not that you're not. I mean, we're still excited for things coming out, but I think we're going through an asteroid field. Let's just be honest. Disney Star Wars has sent us straight through an asteroid field, and I feel like we've dodged some, and we've seen the light in some others. But we've gotten hit a lot. So it's harder to get excited about things knowing what they've given us before. So that's why I still think one of the best things is, well, I mean, honestly, I might be most excited if they just decanonize the sequel trilogy. And
would that make you extra happy?
Honestly, it would
you
make...
just heard that line.
Actually, yeah. Well, what would make me the most excited about
Star Wars...
Wars...
come back to future projects.
Actually, what would make me the most excited about Star Wars is they cancel they basically just retcon or get rid of the sequel trilogy. They say it's not canon. We're going a different direction.
Yeah.
And Kathleen Kennedy is not the head of Lucasfilm anymore.
Okay,
and you put a visionary that works closely with George Lucas, and they bring George Lucas back into the fold. I'm not saying he makes all the decisions, but you get on good terms with George Lucas and you go and do something with his approval, and it's his world. I mean, you could explore so much with him. I feel like just to have that creative mind and visionary, because they need a visionary. That's the thing. They don't have a visionary at Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
So Disney Lucasfilm. So that's what would make me super excited. I don't want to stay on this topic too long, but that would make me super excited. Or if they announced maybe a Darth Bane trilogy, I would get pumped about that. But it's still the people that are in charge at Disney Lucasfilm that makes me the most nervous. And that's why I think you have to get rid of... that sounds terrible. I don't want anybody to lose their job. I just want somebody who can reinvigorate the fans and bring the respect back to Star Wars and the... what's the word? Gravitas?
Yeah.
You know, it was so huge. It was the biggest IP in the world.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, we're sitting at 9 million views for the Mandalorian Grogu movie.
Okay.
The
teaser trailer.
They didn't say teaser trailer. They said trailer. So, and we went through that last week, which was a fumble, even more so on their half. That they can't even get it right between their website and the YouTube channel. So, anyway, there's a lot of things. What's the chat say? I want to make sure I don't miss anybody.
Yeah, I have one more answer.
Yeah.
If you might disagree, but if there was more Obi-Wan, I would love it with Ewan McGregor. I mean, he's such a good actor, and it seems like there should be more to the story, even though the first season sucked.
Yeah, that first season was
give us a movie
garbage.
on him or something. I don't know, but
they need to do.
He's one of my top.
Yeah, Ewan's great, and he's a good actor. I mean, and Obi-Wan is ripe for the pickings, and that's what everybody was most excited for.
Yeah, and it ties back to the original trilogy, plus the prequels,
Right.
which is nostalgia, content galore. So that I think that could bring more people in if done right.
Yes. No, I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah, but otherwise the chat has some great answers.
Oh, yeah. What's the chat saying? Here we go.
Yeah, I see Tarkin's right there.
Tamerkin says, I want an Andor season 3 or a spin-off. Seriously, every single character is good enough to have their own spin-off. Yeah, I think
for sure.
I think with how successful Andor was, I'd be surprised if they haven't already had conversations. I'm not sure they're going to go for it, just because I don't know if he's going to be.
Well, Tony might not write it, but couldn't Dan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gilroy. I mean, Dan
Gilroy. Yeah.
Dan,
they might have the creative team and maybe
our pilot could as well, but
right. Yeah. Exactly. He could. Yeah, I like that for sure. I just don't know what character necessarily to spin off with. So.
Wait, sorry.
I don't know what character they would spin off with in that series. That would be the only thing. I mean, unless you stuck with Mon Mothma,
yeah,
that could be
more.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start to get into the only thing is we're like into episode 4 territory real quick.
Mm-hmm. You could get in. You could focus on her daughter. Does her daughter ever have a redemption arc? She was pretty horrible, and she's going into that marriage. Where's that lead?
Bix. I mean, Bix would be probably a good one to go into. And Andor's son. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't watched that.
Willem, is that his name? Willman.
Willman.
Yeah. Right. Isn't that his name?
I forget now. Oh yeah, he was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
he could do. He was a little younger, so.
Yeah, why couldn't we focus on some of them?
Yeah.
Besides, Ellie said, Luthen and Clea.
A limited series about Luthen and Clea. I would be totally up for that. That would be amazing because those two characters, well, more Luthen for me than Clea, but those two together were really captivating on scene. So, we got more here too. Yeah, and what's up, Ellie? Thanks for jumping in. What else do we got? So
I don't know.
I see Elise. Elise says, "Yes, more Obi-Wan for me. I don't know how they could possibly turn things around with the new Rey trilogy. That being said, if they could somehow make a good new set of movies, I'll be glad." Sweet. Hey, that's a great point. Thank you for commenting that. We're gonna get into that Rey stuff here real soon. Don't you worry. We're gonna talk about it. Terrible name, says Luthen and Clea. I think maybe he's talking to Luthen and Clea, but I'm not 100% sure.
Who knows?
Maybe you can clarify for us, Hunter. But no, you guys all have great points here. Descendants 2 is talking about Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. That was actually fantastic. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of the spoofs of Star Wars, kind of, have been better than what Disney Star Wars has come out with. I mean, Lego Rebuild the Galaxy, Piece of the Past, we absolutely loved. And we saw Tim Americans, you commented on that too.
Yeah, that was sweet.
We absolutely had a blast with that one. Even better than so good. They just continue the greatness there. And it's funny, it's great.
So you just saw her comment on Servo and Viper?
I did not.
Oh, yeah. A little further up, she mentioned as a recent love story.
That's true.
Servo and Viper.
See, even the spoofs in some ways, or the other ones, you could kind of say, not the main Star Wars, at least giving us romance. So, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Oh, Andor, what is it? Hunter said he's working on his stuff here, so he's having a hard time. Hard time typing. No, that's totally fine.
He's in an
Andor's
asteroid
kids.
field as well.
Yeah, he's in an asteroid field. We're all in an asteroid field together.
Yeah, so Andor's kids.
Okay.
It was a terrible
name. I forget the name of the kid if they actually named him Andor's kids. That's just his name. I don't know. But that it would still be an interesting story arc if they wanted to go that. It'd probably end up in the rebellion. I don't know, unless they're trying to avoid the rebellion, and then the son gets sucked into it, and then it's kind of through episode 4, Actually, it would have to be like later on. The kid could show up for almost Mando time frame. I don't know. There's a lot there, and he could have some clout or have to live up to his father's name in some ways. There could be some really interesting storytelling there if you actually do it right. So, all right. What's up, Craft Master? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. Yeah. Sweet. Well, those are all great points. I think those are a lot of things that we would get excited about. Also, one more I want to throw out there is in that same time era with Andor, Starkiller, and we're going to talk about this later. Nice. But The Force Unleashed, I always wanted to see that as a movie. It would be fantastic if they did it right. Such a good story. So good. I mean, because it covers so many different things. It even covers the formation of the rebellion. That's what's super cool about that. It's not just like just one character story. It like involves lots of major things, which would make it super challenging to do. But that's what makes it so fascinating, interesting, and so fun. All right, cool. Well, we got a lot more to get into. So let's get into some Holonet news.
Everything's under control. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
All right, man, do we have a lot of Holonet news to get to, guys. So buckle up, because this asteroid field is going to be a bumpy ride. All right, so first things first. We got a lot of not Jedi, I always say that, Star Wars Starfighter rumors. And the first one, the biggest one that's been dropping all around, I think it was John Roca who actually dropped it first on his channel with some rumors, and then Josh from the Nerdvenger.
Okay.
I think he talked about it a lot more, so it's been circulating, it's been going around, but the news dropped that basically loosely what the story is going to be about is, there's so many things to this one, that Ryan Gosling's character is like a bounty hunter / smuggler for hire who is tasked with taking a young Force-sensitive kid to Rey Skywalker's new Jedi Order.
No.
That is the rumor that's going around. And
are we sure he's rescuing him?
He's not rescuing him, I don't think. I think he's... Well, because
that's his bounty.
Yeah, and then the other thing that people are the other rumors are that Mara Jade is possibly that Force-sensitive kid's, which would probably make that Luke Skywalker's son.
Whoa.
So there's so many layers to this one. It's crazy. Let's try to unpack it. Let's not go too long.
Yeah, because I instantly have questions why wasn't Luke with his son in the last 3 movies.
There are so many bad ideas all encompassing this whole thing.
He was such a terrible dude that they have to drag him further through the mud, saying he was a bad dad.
That's one way to look at it. It's possible. Or maybe I'm trying to look at it as fairly as possible. Gut reaction is no, please, no. Like that meme from or that's Steve Carell in The Office. He's like, no.
He just starts freaking out.
He just starts
about
yelling.
Toby.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically gut reaction, but I'm trying to be as fair as possible because I know some people might like this news, some people might not. I'm in the camp of not liking it. If everything leads to Rey, then you've shot yourself in the foot. I mean, you need to move away from that as much as possible because the sequel trilogy is a disaster and had diminishing returns.
And why? Why does it need to connect to it? Why does it need to connect specifically to her?
Right.
I don't get it.
I think they're doing damage control. I really think they're trying to fix the mistakes that they made with the sequel trilogy, and I think they're going to try and get people back on board with Rey in this one by, doing the Mandalorian and Grogu in live action. I mean, that's basically what it is again, right? If it's a smuggler, a non-Force sensitive person tasked with taking a kid that's Force sensitive to a Jedi, that is the plot of The Mandalorian season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, very true.
So the only thing I'll try to say positively about if that is Luke's son, and we're kind of jumping all around here.
Might as well.
But Luke's son is, that might actually give us a reason as to why Luke did what he did in some ways. Like they might retroactively kind of try and fix Luke's. And that might be why they tasked Sean Levy to do it, because to Josh and some other people that were covering this news, everybody's covering this news, but is you really think that Sean Levy proposed a movie that had Rey in it? No, I don't think that was his dream for a Star Wars movie. And then what a lot of people are saying is, well, but this is how Disney Lucasfilm works. They pitch an idea that they're really passionate about, what they really like, But then KK or whoever the powers that be are like, well, let's do a version of that, but also this is what we're doing. You have to connect it to this, and we're going to give you a ton of money to do it. So it's dangerous. It's dangerous the way that they're going. Again, this is I think this is rumor. This has not been confirmed anyway. It's definitely not been confirmed. So it's definitely rumor territory. These are supposed leaks. So we don't know if this is true. It might not be. It might be. I mean, I've heard it's a pretty credible source, but we don't know for sure. But man, that opens up a can of worms. You just got to get away from those sequel trilogy. You just got to get away from the sequel trilogy. I mean, it
seems like it. People have been. I mean, the bottom dollars screamed that. The Disney theme parks kind of screamed that.
Yeah,
people aren't buying that merch or merchandise, and didn't love the movies. How many years have we been saying it now?
A lot, a long time. I mean, and people have like studied like the sequel trilogy to try and put a positive spin. And even now, I feel like even the most popular people or positive people for the sequel trilogy, even at this point, are have to admit to certain things that just weren't great.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Sure.
If all else, it just divided the fan base.
Yeah. So going into this big movie. I mean, this is a big time movie deal with actors and writers and directors, whatever. Connecting to that already sets an undertone that worries more than half of the fan base. And you don't need that. like your question, let's get everyone closer to united than divided.
Right.
We'll never all be together, but we can get closer to it.
Right. And reminding us of that sequel trilogy just in any way, just already gives a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's just like, okay, you're making about the sequel trilogy again. Nobody cares about that. Like, it wasn't a character that we even got invested in. And there were literal groans in the theater whenever she said Rey Skywalker. People were like, no. Again, to that, there's definitely, Tamergan says, there's a Michael Scott quote for everything. There really is. Yeah. There really is. And you guys got some great
just see
points here.
Craftmaster.
Craftmaster says, Luke could now canonically force project child support. Yeah, you're not right. You can spend time with them from a long... You're not wrong. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then, so Elise says, we've seen the bad person saves young, force-sensitive person trope far too much.
Yeah, that kind of bums me out.
They keep doing that. It's like they have no creativity left.
Yeah, for sure. Where, going back to your comparison to Mando and Grogu, that did kind of work because, Grogu doesn't talk and he was limited in his abilities. So it was, for the first few seasons, mostly focused on Din, as the main character. Here we're possibly going in, for the first few seasons.
I mean, yeah.
For the going into this movie with big time actor Ryan Gosling, and yet we're already hearing rumors that it's about the kid. He's the starfighter, so Ryan Gosling's just the vessel being used.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that would make me kind of upset in some ways. Is he
sad.
just a means to an end? Is he just a bait and a switch?
Yeah.
Because and
they love their bait and switches.
Yeah, they love the bait and switches. They're like, oh, get excited about this character that you really want to see in Star Wars. We're not actually focusing on the character after you watch it. No, it's this one. It's like Obi-Wan. We're going to watch Obi-Wan.
Well, it's
Reva.
like so many. Obi-Wan, Ahsoka,
Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Bad Batch. I keep going back to Bad Batch. And it was a kid again. Obi-Wan was a kid again. It's like every single one. They do almost the same trope in some ways. And that's why it's feeling so unoriginal, so uninspired. That's why people aren't excited about it. I mean, as excited about it. And people were actually, I feel like the momentum was building for Starfighter in a lot of ways. Because people are like, the guy who did Deadpool and Wolverine with Ryan Gosling. I mean, that's a great comparison. I mean, Ryan Gosling's been on a hit lately, really, with a lot of different movies. Maybe not like ginormous, but he's usually doing a pretty good job and making some good stuff. And Sean Levy, I mean, he just made the most amount of money for a Disney Lucasfilm in recent years. So it's not like he doesn't know how to give the fans what they want to see.
Yeah.
But it's just, if they actually are going down this road, like, I almost feel like, again, they're trying to retroactively, like, oh, we can't give you Luke anymore, but we can give you his son. And,
That's
huge. And then
huge.
now we're also going to give you Mara Jade, even though, again, it's late. It's after the fact, unless it's going to be flashbacks. But
That's what I'm thinking.
But it's Amy Adams. Amy
Yeah.
Adams is like 51. So, I mean, it makes kind of, I don't know.
It could work. I mean, her as Mara Jade, but yeah, I would think it would be flashbacks. And then it's like you're teasing us with Mara Jade, who people have wanted brought in more to the main story.
Right.
But not giving us enough, because if their child is on his own, then what the heck, parents?
Yeah.
I mean,
and what they're saying though is it's after like Kylo Ren destroyed Luke's new Jedi Order. So Kylo kind of destroyed it all, and
But Luke
this kid was like one of the ones who escaped, or Mara was the one who escaped with the kid. And then she was in hiding from the First Order through a lot of it, I guess.
but not protecting her child.
She might have been. And then that's why, but maybe she's dying in this, and she's got to, which could happen. They're going to bring Mara Jade, and then she's immediately going to die, and then go to Luke's son, and then the son is going to have to take, the son's going to have to take it to Rey. So it's so similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you know what?
similar.
All right, to be fair here, KG has a take on it. I want to talk about it. KG says, personally, I don't quite get the outrage. Rey is creating a new Jedi Order. If she's at the end, just briefly, it makes sense. It's only 5 years after the rise of Skywalker. And she says, and I highly doubt she'd be in it more than just a brief cameo, but who knows?
Yeah,
So-
probably a cameo, because they haven't hinted at more, and they keep saying her story isn't coming together yet for her movie. I mean,
Right, because they still had the Omeed Chinoy
yeah,
Rey movie that they were talking about. Is this just a... I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to think about this. We don't want to, but...
it's forced in.
Is it... Yeah, wow, nice.
Sorry.
We're hitting all the asteroids tonight.
That wasn't an
I like-
asteroid. That was good.
No, I know. It was good.
I'm just kidding.
But I respect your opinion on that, KG. And, if done right, maybe we can,
Move
put our
beyond.
foot in our mouth, and maybe they'll get us excited about these characters.
Well, and maybe we can move past the sequels, because if she's doing her own thing, building a new order, then we can forget her backstory and all the craziness that happened in the other three. Maybe.
Yeah,
You'd
maybe.
have to hit us over the head with a forget me stick. But
Right.
it could happen.
Craftmaster has Force Awakens is gonna
Yeah.
be a decade old in December, which means that people who were 10 years old when it first released are now 20.
Yeah, that's
Are
amazing.
any of those 20-year-olds even nostalgic with the sequel trilogy? KG says she's seen a few.
Which is good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Overall, I mean, if you like the sequel trilogy, you can like whatever you want in Star Wars. These are my opinions. If you have different opinions, I respect those opinions. I'm just, from my point of view, the sequel trilogy unfortunately divided the fan base. The story wasn't there. They didn't have everything put together. It was not one cohesive story. Rey's character, to me, and that's why I think I'm so not excited about this character. Rey was one of the least developed characters in the entire sequel trilogy. They didn't know what they wanted to do with her, and then they just made like a corporate decision at the end, it felt like. And it was so unsatisfying. Almost everything with her was so unsatisfying. She didn't have an arc. She was a one note, good at everything. She made maybe one mistake in the whole entire movie. She just was good at everything. And we're going to get into that a little bit with John Boyega, because he was talking about that recently too.
That was fascinating.
Which I loved his comments on that, honestly. But a lot of people are like, yeah, but he made some comments about the fans not too long ago. Is this a PR move? A lot of people are wondering if it's a PR move, but maybe he's changed his mind, or maybe this is actually how he thinks.
What he's thought all along.
And he's just been trying to be careful about it, be in good graces. I don't know. There's so many different things. But I'm just not excited just because Rey, I think Daisy really did a great job with what she was given. I just think the writing of the sequel trilogy was terrible, and they just didn't know how to handle any of the characters. Again, it was a lot of bait and switch. It was like disrespectful to all the original trilogy characters that were in it. And I just had so many problems, and I just don't think the story is there. And that's why I don't think that it's going to last the test of time like the prequels and the original trilogy, because the story's there. The prequels weren't executed quite as well as the originals, but the story is there. And that's why prequel fans, like a lot of us now, are excited about Star Wars. But with all this, you're losing a lot of us. So anyway, I don't want to keep going back on this Rey thing, but let us know. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Rey showing up potentially? Is this just a rehash of everything that we've seen in Disney Star Wars? Could this all just be a rumor and none of this be happening? Tell us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you guys about it. Yes, fact checker, do you have something else?
Yes, I have a big question for you.
Yeah.
Could this movie, Starfighter, make $1 billion?
Oh my gosh, you're right. Okay, we do need to talk about this.
Should we do a
real
poll?
Quick. Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm already like, no, I don't think it's gonna.
Oh man, doesn't hold out hope, right?
I don't think it's going to. The only way that this movie could possibly make $1 billion is if the Mando and Grogu pops off, and that's actually really good, blows our expectations, and we're super excited about that series. If you get everybody on board for that, and everybody's excited about that, I think that will be a trickle effect. You got to have some more wins in between that movie and then Starfighter, but you need to either quelch or like they need to be watching the reaction of all these people right now, because they could still course correct at this point for Jedi Starfighter. I mean, they only started filming not too long ago, right? So they could technically still make some course corrections, but it's going to be challenging if this is the direction they're going. And that's why it's a dangerous move what they're doing. If she shows up at the end, but that's still going to feel like so many people that have like PTSD from the sequel trilogy, unfortunately. And I know you're not one of them, KG. I'm sorry. I'm not calling anybody out specifically. I'm just saying, like, for a lot of people, me included, it's just going to feel icky. Not satisfying. It'll take me right back to the way felt at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, where it was just like, yeah, and The Last Jedi, both those disappointed and just missed opportunities for something better, something greater. I mean, if she's not hardly in it, then maybe we can forgive it, and if it's not going to be about her, and it's just her like doing it. But I don't know. I just if all roads lead to Rey or the sequel trilogy, I just don't think it's going to be there, because they've already had diminishing returns when it comes to the sequel trilogy. And then this is just going to be another one added on top of that. I know Ryan Gosling's a good actor, and they have some things in there, but then so it's like eating brownies with like a little bit of poop in there. Like, do you want to eat that brownie still? It's kind of tainted at this point. So I mean,
don't know for sure.
I know it's logical, KG. Yeah. I just don't even think they should have done it this close. Like, the only reason they're doing it this close is to, again, try to get people. I feel like it's almost like a last-ditch effort to get people to forgive the sequel trilogy and retroactively fix the sequel trilogy.
And they needed to put out more movies, right? They've been hammered that they haven't had more movies come out in the last decade.
Right.
It's crazy. So they were desperate.
Yeah, they are, and I don't think they're very. Unfortunately, I just don't think they're bold enough to be creative enough to give us something new and refreshing in Star Wars that we actually want to see. And I think it still comes down to who's in charge. So that we'll finish there, unless there's something I missed. Fact checker when it comes to.
Well, I was trying to set you up for the $1 billion.
Yes, you were. You did a great job. No, the funny thing was going to the Mandalorian Grogu movie. Hilarious.
So where does this come from? Do you want to give a little backstory?
Yeah. So whenever we watched the trailer, we did a reaction to it. You guys can see it online. We got a short about it as well. Dan very boldly stated that the Mandalorian and Grogu will make $1 billion at the box office. I had my reservations and still do, but Dan had his thoughts and his points, and they're very valid for him. That this movie will make $1 billion. Funny enough, I hadn't heard anyone else say that. That's the thing. Like, for me, maybe I missed it. And chat, let me know if I'm missing something as well. But I was listening to John Roca went on to Christian Harloff's show, And I was listening to their take on it because I like to get a lot of different people's take on Star Wars. I feel like they're kind of in the middle. There's a lot of different people that have different ideas on Star Wars, and I like to get everybody's take just to kind of help accumulate my own thoughts, but also see where people are at. But at the end of that, he was talking about, he literally said, if you think the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is going to make $1 billion, you're insane. Like, he's like, you need to be locked up. And the funniest thing about that, we're just we're such a small channel. I mean, really, realistically, we're so small compared to everyone else, even his channel. I mean, Christian Harlow. But I'm just like, I didn't see anybody else say that. If he's talking about our channel, I don't even care if he wants to throw us in prison because it's just hilarious that he kind of called us out on that.
Yeah.
He's calling Dan out specifically. I just want to be specific.
Oh,
that is not.
Dustin, you're throwing Dan.
I'm not throwing Dan under the bus.
Under the ship.
He has valid reasons, and it's a possibility it could.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it will, but I think there's a possibility if the moon and the stars align.
Yeah, which they could.
Which they could. Nothing is pointing to that happening. But
my Craftmaster just said 100 Mando million tickets sold.
Yeah, unless Dan funds it himself specifically.
He might to prove his point. Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty funny that they called it out and you hadn't seen it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I missed that one. Yeah, sorry. 100 million tickets sold. Yeah, I hadn't seen it anywhere. Maybe somebody else was saying it, but we said it. I was just like, now I just wanted to know. I just wanted to message and be like, were you talking about us? Because that'd be hilarious if you were. Oh my goodness. For a small channel, it's fun for us.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Dan had a ton of thoughts on this, so you might invite him back onto the show at some point.
Yeah, we're going to have a follow-up on this
kidding.
because I want to hear. Dan was defending his position quite well. And even calling them out on some stuff, which I thought was funny as well.
That was great.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have a channel war.
Oh, no.
No, we respect everybody's opinions.
Yeah.
And if they give us a semi-shout-out for that, it wasn't really at all, but that was hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we got to move. We got lots to do. We're going to rapid-fire through a lot more. So we just basically covered all the things. Am I excited for possibly Mara showing up? I've always kind of wanted Mara Jade. If this links back to Heir to the Empire, then I'm kind of more okay with that. But, again, I'm just nervous about where they're putting all this stuff. And if all roads lead to Rey, then it's going to taint a lot of stuff unless they do it really well. And maybe Sean Levy can do a really good job with it. So Luke's son, cool. I'm for Luke's son. If we can't get Luke, then maybe we'll get Luke's son.
Just don't trash the legacy.
I know that's the thing, and they already handled
it
so poorly.
Yeah, so that's why it's PTSD.
Yeah, that's why we're getting PTSD off a lot of this stuff, and it's not Heir to the Empire unless they're going to reference Heir to the Empire, and if Dave's actually working on an Heir to the Empire movie, but it's going to be so not butchered. Sorry, that sounds bad. It's going to be so different from the books, the originals, that's I think I'm gonna have such a hard time with that unless they just do it in a way that makes sense for the Disney Star Wars galaxy. But at this point, so many things have not worked in Disney. They should really just make that Legends Disney canon, and then they'll just start making Legends content canon and taking those these are fantastic. Let's just adapt this amazing book into a film, and you're gonna make more money than what you're doing right now. So anyway. I think we covered pretty much all of it. Oh, Cade Skywalker. We didn't even talk about this. Cade Skywalker. Do you think he is possibly Cade Skywalker? I think it's possible. Technically, Cade Skywalker is the great-grandson of Luke Skywalker. And he happens a lot farther down in the timeline. He has a very interesting arc with Cade Skywalker. He goes dark side, but then comes back to the light side. It's a very interesting thing with Cade Skywalker. He looks a lot like him, and they might just be using him as a reference for a character design. Now, if they actually name him Cade Skywalker, I don't know. I just don't know. That's just kind of crazy to me. It's not the same timeline. It's not going to be the same story unless they're... I don't know. There's so many unknowns about all this. This is all just rumor, speculation. So Cade Skywalker, I'm indifferent, I guess. What do you think? Do you think it's Cade Skywalker? Did you see the image?
No, I didn't. I'll pull it up.
My thing freaked out on me. I'm kind of nervous to turn it on now.
No, don't.
So I was going to show a picture of it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. You can look it up, though. But let us know. What do you guys think? Do you guys... Could it be Cade Skywalker? Do you like the idea of it being Cade Skywalker? But they already said he's not force sensitive. A lot of people were saying, but that again is rumor and potential leaks.
Oh, Cade Skywalker would be Ryan.
Yeah,
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Ryan Gosling as Cade Skywalker.
I mean, he's not bad looking.
Right, and the hair looks similar.
The hair.
He's got the gloves.
Yeah, the
He's
coat,
kinda got
the attitude, the
leather,
swagger.
the look of Cade Skywalker. Just feels like an unnecessary character to be thrown in, unless they're trying to capitalize on the Skywalker lineage.
I mean, I'd go for it. I don't know. I don't know much about this character. So.
It's a really fascinating character.
Yeah, I love
but-
depth in characters, especially if there's a redemption arc at the end.
Right, and then he's at least got a good story arc. To
Yeah,
him.
it's
But I don't know how
incredibly
they
interesting.
fit it all into this movie. Plus, we're getting so
Give
far.
hints of
It's
it.
Starfighter. The name of the movie is Starfighter, and I feel like nothing we've seen or heard about this movie feels like Starfighter. Like anybody in a Starfighter, like doing like
Ship,
like Starfighter things.
Jedi Bob's ship fighting in the stars.
Right, right,
Like the wars in the stars.
right.
But they just haven't given us those snippets yet. It's got to be there. They were just on the ocean first.
Yeah, well, and some people are saying maybe they're a crash, maybe their Starfighter crashed in the ocean type
Okay.
of deal, and
Yeah.
they're having to make their way.
Yeah.
So there's just so many different things it could possibly be, and we could talk about it forever.
Yeah. But I'm not opposed to it. Are you?
I'm not opposed to it. I just if they're gonna bring a character in from Legends and then not treat that character with respect and kind of do what that character,
Yeah, it makes
then
you nervous.
You're gonna get a lot more fan backlash, and that's just something you don't need right now because that is a character that a lot of people really like. So you need to be careful with how you handle all the Legends content and all the Legends character, because the thing is, this is what they did with the sequel trilogy. If you subvert our expectations worse than what our expectations are, you've failed, and they keep doing that.
Well, not completely. They've had. Remember the curve we were talking about last week? The graph definitely moved down for a good few years, but it's kind of inching back up this last year or so.
To be honest, it's been a downward. It's been a down. Like if you were looking at a graph, it'd be a downward with some spikes.
Yes, exactly.
But it's
And
still
hey,
going down.
No,
to be honest,
no, it's after the recent successes they had. Andor was huge.
it did not get. Okay, I'll say this: Andor did great, and people who watched it loved it. But did it actually break through to the larger public?
In part.
But people weren't talking about it for days. They weren't like so excited
Well,
about it that
you know how it goes. People forget about what they ate for lunch yesterday.
But not
let
Star
alone what
Wars.
they talk-
Not Star Wars. Star Wars is the thing that you talk about and that you make believe. You come up with
True.
1,000 different.
Well, that was a complete story, but yeah, there's more caveats or side stories that could come out that
Right.
yeah, we should encourage more dreaming of.
Well, yeah, because the fans are what makes Star Wars great, because it just inspires your imagination, and that's the thing that I feel like Star Wars has not tapped into, because just fans aren't excited and they don't have anything to be attached to. Like even with Andor, it was great, but it came to an end. So you don't have any really more hope for a lot of these characters, and it was a darker story, so it just doesn't leave it the same way that the original trilogy did. The original trilogy left you with hope. It left you with potential. It left you with so many different avenues you could explore. It was still a complete story, and it was happy. It was a happy ending. You actually got things, and your characters were alive that you loved. So your heroes could live on, and they could live on in your imagination. So in Star Wars right now, in Disney Star Wars, you don't really have that as much.
Yeah,
Unless you're sequel fans, which I guess you do, but.
And if Mando surprisingly blows everyone away and makes up for the downward trend.
Yeah, there's still hope with that, but I feel like after season 3 and the corporate decisions they made with Grogu and Cara Dune, and even, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, I'm just trying to be realistic and like how I feel about it and what mistakes they've made. I'm trying to offer more constructive criticism on the misses so that they can hopefully avoid these mistakes, but I feel like they're just stepping back into it.
Yes, yeah.
And that's why it's like so frustrating, because you're like, no, just avoid those potholes.
Yeah.
And get us back on the road, smooth sailing. Like, just stay, like, even if it's not absolutely, like, killer stuff.
Star killer stuff.
Just stay the course for a little while. Avoid all of the potholes you've already done. Don't rinse and repeat like it feels like you're doing. Like, there's so many different things. It's like, no, you're making all the same mistakes.
Well, maybe they feel like time heals all wounds, so time makes everyone forget what they didn't like. I don't know. From the sequels is what I mean.
I don't know. It still doesn't even feel long enough for like. And to be honestly, it still feels too fresh as far as like Star Wars goes with all the misses and stuff they've done. Yeah. And I know I'm sounding like a negative Nancy. I'm not trying to. I hope Star Wars can get to a better place. Yeah. That's what we want here on Stay on Target. That's why we discuss it. And that's why we criticize. So anyway, sorry, I've been negative on that, but I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to keep it real with you guys and tell you how I feel, and I think how a lot of people feel in Star Wars. Maybe not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people, because we need people to be excited about Star Wars again, and that was the question of the week this week, and that's why I'm trying to figure out a way that they could even possibly do that, and the realistic possibilities of that. None of them really sound great, but again, you just need wins. You need wins under your belt. You don't need to blow everybody away. You need a steady trajectory to get people excited about Star Wars again with a plan. And, you need to execute that plan without lots of controversy, with avoiding all of the asteroids that are coming your way. There's so many different things. And if you could do that, I know Star Wars could get back to a place where we would be excited again. All right. We need to cover so much more. So let's keep going here. We got... I think we've covered all of the Starfighter stuff. If we missed anything, though, guys, let us know. If there's something you guys want us to talk about or chat about, we'd love to talk about it with you guys. But we're going to keep moving on here. Also, I know the coffee poll. Did you want to hit that real fast?
Oh, yeah. I think most people...
We'll do that real fast. We're drinking actually, not something we get very often.
Yeah,
but,
it was a surprise.
It was a coffee mocha boba.
Which is very delicious.
Yes.
The best way to have coffee. I don't know. There's a lot of good ways to have coffee.
There is. I still feel like Boba Fett, would just be hilarious to see him drinking boba.
It would make sense.
It's the only problem I have with boba is it just doesn't feel very manly. To be honest, I still like this. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, it doesn't feel.
Oh no! Manly. But you have a green straw.
Food on target. Yeah. Okay. The color makes it. But anyway, I do like coffee. You like coffee, fact checker.
Definitely.
You like boba.
Yeah.
But you're a lady, so that's totally fine.
Okay. I don't see it as gender.
No, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. This is how I feel about it. But yeah, what do you guys think? You guys like boba? You guys like coffee? Did they answer the poll? What's the poll tell us?
The poll was, 49% said never. 38% said yes, multiple cups a day. 13 said occasionally. 0 said only if it's coffee ice cream. That was random. Answer in the poll.
You always come out with some sort of random.
You got to have something odd in there, right?
You got to keep
it
guessing.
Interesting. Yeah. So I'm surprised that the majority of the people that answered on this poll said never, which good for you. Honestly, it's kind of better not to drink coffee.
Stay away. Says all the coffee people.
Yeah.
Jittery.
Yeah.
You got to get away from it. I can't break it.
For sure. So no, but yeah. No,
yeah. All right, cool. Well,
International Coffee Day, so we had to talk about it.
So we just wanted to bring it up, trying to stay positive in Star Wars. We're going to talk about coffee instead.
Oh, no.
Boba,
to me, I always think Boba Fett.
I know, me too.
It just fits.
They
put the little lid on it, so it's like a little helmet for the drink.
If you had it in a Boba Fett helmet, then that'd feel more manly.
Okay. So we need to get you a boba cup.
I need a boba
and you can put it in there.
And put it in there, and I'll drink it. And I'll be like, well, it's just Boba Fett. Yeah. And that's cool.
Just boba drinking boba.
He's a bounty hunter that puts people in carbonite. He's tough.
He still drinks.
Except for in the Boba Fett show. Let's not go into that. Oh, no. Another bait and switch, by the way.
It was.
My goodness. Anyway. Oh, we see tea drink. I see tea drinker here. KG hitting all the asteroids are hitting me in the head right now. Elise says coffee bothers my head, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Tony Hernandez says, I'm not a coffee person. No, that's totally fair. Like we said.
Absolutely.
That's good on you.
Good, for sure.
KG says, looks Yum. Yeah, it is actually really good. We only get it every once in a while.
KG caught my lids are little helmets
What?
at the very end.
KG. Lids
Makes
are
sense.
little helmets. That sounds like something a girl would say, 100%. But hey, I
don't
like
know.
it.
It's a stretch, but I don't know. I went there.
Yeah, and KG says, I already said it, but she was the one who said, I'm a tea drinker.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it right.
Then
But,
Hunter said he's been enjoying the Black Rifle Black lately. Turned into a nighttime half cup to keep me wired until 2 a.m. when I sleep.
Oh, wow. That sounds dangerous.
It does.
That's usually what happens after this show. Like, I'm so pumped and like I drink coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to go to sleep because I'm
for
just
sure.
so jazzed and like had so much fun talking with everybody about Star Wars that sometimes I get home and then I don't want to talk to my wife about it all.
Yeah.
She's like, go to bed. And I was like, shoot, I know I need to get up early and I stay up way too late.
But that coffee, I mean, Black Rifle coffee especially.
It's
is
good
really
stuff.
Good. Yeah.
It is good stuff. Veteran
Supports
owned.
veterans,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is cool. We like
Absolutely.
that for sure. Tamergan says need at least 3 cups a day. Wow. That's fair. And she agrees with Hunter. That Black Rifle is super good.
And then the Ninja Neer just jumped in.
What is up, Ninja Neer?
Yeah, good to see ya.
Good to see ya. Oh, my Lanta, look at all these beautiful people. Yes. What a great community we have here at Stay on Target. That's one of my favorite parts of this whole entire YouTube channel is just the
They're incredible.
gonkers.
Yes,
and I'm
for
not
sure.
just saying that.
But
Descendants.
you did just say
I
it.
did just say that. Descendants, I know you are talking. What have you seen? I've seen and watched Disney XD's original series, Disney's Star Wars Rebels, guys. Yes, we have seen Star Wars Rebels. I'm just going to briefly touch upon this. And hi, Sonia. Yes, hi. We love Rebels. I think Rebels is actually a fantastic series. I think there's a few filler episodes that I don't absolutely love that made you think that this is really a kid's show. But then it also smacks you in the face hard. Like it goes off the wall and hits you with so many emotions in that series in like a limited format. But again, leaves you with a lot of hope and a lot of interesting things for those characters moving forward. That's I think actually one of the best things that they've done, at least as far as Dave Filoni's done, and that is what gave me hope for a lot of Dave Filoni stuff in the future. Now it's delivering on that? No, but that series specifically, yes. So I'm answering your question there. Thank you. Those are great questions.
Yeah.
But let's keep moving. We still have a lot of news to get to, and I'm excited to hear what you guys have on all this extra news that we got. Oh my goodness! Let's rapid fire. Fact checker, keep me on time with these because I will go forever.
We're setting the timer, 5 minutes.
Set the timer, 5 minutes. Here we go.
Because we have a big members only stream coming up next.
We
right?
do, and
Little tease.
we'll tease it right now. Speaking of members only, if you're not a members only, you can become one for $1.99 a month. I mean, that's less than a candy bar a month, okay? And you get an extra stream typically every week just for you members. And this week we're doing a
dating game.
Yeah, the Star Wars dating game between me and my wife, Taylor.
Yeah.
We're going to be having a lot
Librarian.
of Sant Librarian. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun doing that, and we'd love to have you guys there, and you guys can put in your thoughts. We'd love to guess what you guys are thinking with a lot of these questions. So it's going to be a blast. Definitely join us for that. It's going to be fun. All right. So you got the 5 minute countdown, right?
Yep.
All right, we got more Holonet news. I almost just hit the stinger for it again because
Whoa.
we have so much, but we don't have time.
All right.
All right, next bit of news is Bryce Dallas Howard talks Ahsoka season 2. And she discusses a few things.
Yeah. What all did she say? Because I didn't dig too much into it all.
I should have had that. I had that up on the other thing, but it
'Cause-
failed on me.
Oh no, because she's doing episodes 4 and 5. I think it was right in the middle, which is her typical MO. She likes those middle episodes and bringing in, kind of more heart to whatever series she's
Right.
directing. So it's a good proven method. She's done a great job.
Exactly. No, you're exactly right. I'm trying to pull up her quote here right now
Sweet.
because she said some specifics, and I thought it was interesting what she said. And there's been a lot of speculation online about this as well, and we're gonna talk about it. So basically she confirmed that I think she directed 2. So here's her actual quote.
Okay.
It's so good. It is so good. It is beautiful. It is thrilling. It is adventurous. It is romantic. It is all the things that you want from an epic story, and I adore Dave Filoni. I would do anything for and with Dave Filoni. He's an extraordinary leader and visionary. Sounds like... and he's super funny, and the guy knows what he's talking about. So I just go to finish that up, and I have been working on the cut, and it is just one of the greatest privileges and joys of my life, getting to play in that sandbox. All good stuff. I mean, it's all good stuff. I mean, she's propping up Dave, and I think it's a little bit of a PR move in some ways. You know,
they're
trying to get
in person though.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And honestly, working with Dave, I know I'd have a great time too.
Yeah.
To be totally fair.
Just talk Star Wars all the time.
Oh my goodness, I would absolutely love that. Although I would have a lot of thoughts, and I would let him know my opinions of it all. I mean, I'd do it very nicely, but I would still let him know. But yeah, so the things that really, the four things she described here, right? It's beautiful, it's thrilling, it's adventurous, and it is romantic. It's all the things you want from an epic story. So she's seeing the entire season 2, basically, it sounds like. But her episodes, did she actually say how many? I think it was just 2. Did you?
It was just 2. I'm pretty sure it was 4 and 5.
Okay, 4 and 5.
I'm 90% sure, but I'll fact check myself.
Yeah, and canonically, the cool thing about her is that she's actually been a director in a lot of these, almost all of the series, live action series.
Yeah.
And typically her MO is a little bit more of the sensitive side, I guess you could say, or maybe romantic side, or the topics of emotions. I feel like she does a pretty good job directing that kind of stuff. So her saying the romantic part is interesting. There's a lot of different ways this could go.
I know.
And we've seen speculation online.
People in the chat are guessing too.
Are you guys already guessing? All right. Well, we'll bring in some of your thoughts here too. But let me throw out a few, and then I will cover everybody else's. Sweet. So the first one, the one that I'm really hoping it is.
Yeah. Say it.
Is Ezra and Sabine. I really hope that they learned from the first season, and from what maybe not everybody, but a lot of people online were saying, what the heck with Ezra and Sabine? I mean, why did you do that? It was clear. I know so many people are also like, no, they were just brother and sister. Dude, he had a thing for her from day one. Yeah. Like, day one, dude. To not capitalize on that in Star Wars was a huge miss, in my opinion. Just so bad. That feels like a leader of Lucasfilm KK move right there, unfortunately. Too many things in the way. So I'm really hoping that they realize they've been missing the mark. I don't know. Are they just going to keep running into asteroids? I don't know. I hope not, but I'm hoping that it is Ezra and Sabine. What do you think about that fact, Jerry?
I think that would be perfect. It makes sense. It builds on the the animated shows, which is Dave Filoni's baby as well. And that's why the live action was created. So yeah, it just fits. You just got to get them back on the same planet or place, and let's dive into it. That would be so perfect. So her quote gives me hope for a good, legit romance.
Yeah, and I mean, her quote does sound promising.
Yeah.
Now, she's talking about a series she's working on, so she's not going to talk negatively about it ever.
But you wouldn't put your heart into something that you weren't, excited about.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, but yes, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I do think she legit thinks it's going to be fantastic, and I'm hoping it's going to be fantastic, mostly so that we can fulfill the prophecy of me liking Ahsoka season 2 and Bismo liking Andor season 2, which is hilarious. Oh man, we've already run out of time. Yep. All right, so we got to wrap this up quick.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
So my thoughts on this. So that's I'm hoping it's Ezra and Sabine. I think what's going to happen is they're going to end up in the world between worlds. There's a whole Abeloth arc that they're probably going to go into. I'm just rapid firing right now.
Wow.
And they're going to have to go through the world between worlds. Possibly in the world between worlds, she's going to see a little bit more of what Ezra went through while she was gone, and then hopefully they're going to use that as a way for her to fall more in love with him over the time. She's been missing him. He's been missing her. They're going to delve into that more until they finally reconnect back in the regular galaxy, both of them together. Then they're going to expand upon that love story right there and give the fans what they actually want to see. I think that would be amazing. I would love to see that. The only other thing I'm wondering, just because Dave Filoni loves Ahsoka so much, is it possible that they give Ahsoka a love story?
That'd be really cool.
It'd be interesting. Or the other potential love story is with the Abeloth situation, because there is a bit of a love story there between the father and Abeloth, if you know the history of Abeloth. So that could be part of it. There's a lot of different things. The worst one that I heard that I don't want to happen is going to be, it was potentially I don't even want to say it. It's
Yeah.
Shin Hati and Sabine. To me, that is a huge miss. And it's also just going back to my beliefs. What I believe in, I think that's sin. I don't believe in it. And that's just what I believe. And I don't want to see that. I think that would be a huge misstep for Star Wars. If they go that route, there are going to be so many people that are not going to watch this show.
Yeah.
You might get some that really love it because of that. But for me, for us, at least for me, it's a no-go. That's a no-go for me. I'm not watching Ahsoka season 2 if I find out about that. I'm done. I'm done with that stuff. And I think they should be too. And if they're just going to keep stepping in it, then get the heck out of here. I'm definitely not showing my kids that crap. So that is the worst one that I heard. So
Craftmaster asked, is Thrawn going to get a girlfriend?
Honestly, I'd be more excited about that. I think that would be hilarious.
I mean, but he killed what's her face, so that
the only
was
problem
a
with that
waste.
though is then it would be a bait and switch.
Oh no, would it?
Well, if Thrawn's like it doesn't care about anything else, he just wants a woman. The woman becomes more powerful than him.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah,
You know
I
what
could
I
see
mean?
that. Yeah, taking over that really fast. Yeah,
It's not actually Thrawn. It's his love that's actually the smart one. Get out of the way, Thrawn.
they can be a powerful team together.
Oh my goodness. I don't want to see that. I don't think it's
Really?
necessary, to be honest. I mean, because if you go back in a lot of the books, the Thrawn Ascendancy, Thrawn, the other one, trilogy, he has a bit of a love arc kind of in there. Not like, I don't know how fully explored it goes, but I don't know, kind of leave it in the past.
Sure.
And at this point, he's older. And he's supposed to be kind of the villain. Like,
Yeah.
So,
You don't want to see
unless they're going to go real
just
nuanced.
twist your mind even more.
Yeah, unless they really go nuanced with it, I don't see that happening. But I mean, if they do it well, sure. But I don't think that would be it. It's better than the Ezra or the Sabine and Shin Hati thing. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I think I'm really hoping that it's going to be. Or I mean, the other option too is if they're leaning into Heir of the Empire. I'm going off on so many things. We need to wrap this up. They could be doing Luke and Leia, but I don't. That's already a love story that's been established. So that's why I feel like whenever she
Luke
says,
and Leia are siblings.
"Oh, I'm sorry."
Okay.
Han and Leia.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's even
Gosh,
worse.
Dustin.
Wow.
It's going downhill fast.
I'm hitting every asteroid. Oh my goodness! But yeah, Han and Leia in it. I mean, that could be romance again in there if they do that. But
Well, could they bring Zeb into this and give him a love story?
okay, fact checker.
We got to move on.
Yeah, we got to move on with that.
That would be cool, though.
Can't,
Why not?
fact check. I mean, you're not wrong,
I
but
know. I'm never wrong.
I don't know. Wow. You guys heard it here, guys. You heard it here. She is never wrong. Actually, you guys are probably going to back her up on that, which is
No,
fine.
I'm always wrong.
That's fair. No, you're not always wrong.
Often wrong.
You're the fact checker. You
Oh, that's
are the one who
true.
spits
See?
facts.
Yeah, I'm right.
You just got to stay to the facts.
You guys have to accept my facts.
Accept your facts, yeah. All right, let's get some of the chat here, and then we'll move on. All right, so yeah, I'm seeing a lot of love for the Ezra and Sabine. Elise says it's probably going to be Ezra and Sabine. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to read through some of these.
Okay. I wasn't sure where you were at.
Craftmaster says, I ship it. Ezra Sabine. Craftmaster is with us. I like that. All right, we got more. Let me know if I'm missing any fact checker. There's a couple of conversations going on. Sorry, I'm trying to read a few. All right, I'm trying to read what's pertinent to the topic on hand.
Yes, KG asked, but what if it's an Anakin and Padme flashback?
Oh yeah, that's
amazing.
That
yes,
actually could.
please.
Yeah. No,
That would be perfect.
that is a good call.
and that is what the fans would want. So Bryce, yeah,
That's
give us
actually a
that.
really good point. That could be it.
Okay. We ship
honestly,
that
even
as
more.
well as how do you say Ezra Bean?
Ezra Bean. I
Sebezra?
still want to see Ezra Bean, Sebezra more than that, but am I going to complain about seeing that? No. Or do both, actually. Just do both.
Yeah, absolutely. She's
Screw
got
it.
2
Do both.
episodes.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do both. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah. So Elise says, the only thing that discourages that from happening is something that Ezra says in Ahsoka on a hologram, which was, you're like a sister to me. I know. They retconned... Dave Filoni, you retconned your own story, man. Rebels was so good. Why do you go and do that? That was stupid, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't like that. The way they handled Ezra, they did him dirty, like so bad. All right, Tony Hernandez says, I've shipped it since Rebels Episode 1. Yeah, again, exactly. It was always there. It was always there. Why are you going back on it now? You silly little goober fish. Yeah. So,
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, Tamara, I didn't really get Ezra Sabine, but I highly prefer that ship to just about every other ship speculation I've seen out there. Yeah, we completely agree with you. You guys have great stuff here. Sorry if I'm not getting to all of it, guys, but they are backing you up. Truth, fact checker. Man, good stuff.
Yeah,
thank you
don't
guys
need to
for
read any
commenting.
other ones.
Yeah, thank you guys for commenting. We got to move on. All right, so that was the Ahsoka Season 2 thing. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Ahsoka Season 2? Do you think it's going to be better than Super Season 1? Super Season 1?
Perfect.
It was not super to me. It was not good.
They might have seen it as super though. So you just
Yeah, that's fine. That's your
made
opinion.
people's day.
I respect your opinion. I did not ruin anybody's day. Is
No, I
that what
said
you
made people's day.
Oh, I made people's day. Oh, sorry.
It's a compliment.
Asteroids are flying, man. I've been hit with too many. I can't even think
no.
straight anymore. There's so much coffee running through my. I'm getting jittery. Yeah, but no. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be Ezra, Sabine, all the other ones that we talked about? That is the only option, in my opinion. Although, yeah, there is definitely some discrediting of how they did that with Season 1, and they did such a bad job. But let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys. Are you excited for Ahsoka Season 2? Let us know. All right, we got more. Set the timer again. Not that we follow it, but at least it helps us know that we've gone over. Next thing here is Visions trailer drops.
What?
I wanted to watch that with you guys. I'm sorry. Maybe
Might have to do more next week.
we'll do
with
it.
that.
Yeah, we'll do it again. But Visions season 3 dropped, and honestly, I should have mentioned this earlier. I was actually quite hyped. That actually got me more excited
Really? So
in
that
some ways.
the graph is moving.
No, but that was more exciting of a trailer to me than The Mandalorian Grogu. Like I hate to say
Wow.
that, but again,
Did
because
they
Visions,
talk?
because Visions doesn't have that kind of weight and baggage to it.
Sure.
That's the thing of all the
And it's
of
anime.
misses, and it's anime, and anime is popping off right now.
Yeah.
And actually, Bismo's got me so excited about some of the stuff. I did end up. I've watched a few episodes of Demon Slayer.
You're going all in.
I'm watching. I don't. Maybe I'll have a review on it at some point. But so far, I've been really enjoying it. Definitely not for kids in any way. And there are some things when it comes to a faith-based side of things that is a little questionable. But there's still an argument there for reality in some ways. Now, not to the extreme that it goes. But it is interesting. So I'm still watching it. I'm still finding out. But that movie, to be bring it back to anime and popularity and Vision Season 3, that movie has done better than most movies, at least theatrically speaking, for the Demon Slayer movie. And Bismo keeps posting about it. So if you haven't gone over to Bismo's channel, go over there, subscribe to his channel. He's got great stuff, great friend of the channel. And he's covering that stuff over there. He's doing a great job. So Visions to me is exciting because it's anime and Star Wars, and that's just a perfect pairing to me. And they're doing sequels to some of the ones we've already talked about it a few times, but it just looked good. Like the animation style looked great in the trailer. I was excited because the Ninth Jedi is getting a sequel, another episode basically, and there's rumor out there that they're even working on somebody was Matt saying that it was confirmed. I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but that was a rumor. I still like to say rumor until I see like Star Wars put it out there.
That what?
That the Ninth Jedi, which was the most popular one from Vision Season 1, that they're in the background making a Ninth Jedi series, anime series. And that's what we were talking about even here Stay on Target for a long time, is Visions was kind of the perfect platform to, is confirmed?
Yeah. Will be released in 2026 on Disney Plus.
That
Called Star Wars Visions Present The Ninth Jedi.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Was that on Star Wars website?
Wikipedia?
Wikipedia. Wow.
Yes. No, StarWars.com.
Holy cow. I did not know that was confirmed.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Wait, no, let me read this article. But it
She's
was
checking the
in
facts,
the
people.
AI overview, so I trust that.
Ooh, yeah, don't trust that. But
No, there's a picture of it. Nope, it's
legit. Okay, that's actually happening. No, and I think that's a good move for Star Wars. I really think that's a good move.
Yeah, because there's a writer and a director that came on stage at Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I forgot about this again. Wow,
Yeah,
how did I
there's
keep
more to
forgetting?
this. Yep.
But I think that's the way forward in a lot of ways. And let me know, guys. I know I've said it before here, but would you guys watch an anime version of the original trilogy and even the prequel trilogy with some extra flourishes, anime style flourishes in there, with maybe some more epic fight scenes that anime really is good at. Would you guys watch that?
I bet a bunch of people would.
I would totally watch that, and I would geek out, and I would love that. And the biggest thing about anime in Star Wars is that that's the younger generation right now. So many people are watching anime now because of their classical values. They give you a story with growth. Almost every trope of anime is a character starts off weak. They have to work hard. They go through lots of trials, tribulations. There might be something special in their background, which is totally Star Wars. And then they have to overcome a bunch of things to get to the point where they're epic. And it's an epic journey along the way. And that's why it's ripe and it's perfect for Star Wars. And that's why I'm excited about Visions Season 3, because a lot of the animation looked cool. Follow-ups to a lot of the first season. We're back to Japanese anime styling, and they get to kind of just have fun in Star Wars. The biggest thing for me, too, is that they're doing second episodes and they're actually picking one to go with as a show.
Yeah.
And that's what we always said about Vision Season 1. This is the perfect one.
Absolutely.
You just put you put all these studios to the test. You see which ones are the most popular, and then you hire them.
The studios and the stories.
And the stories, yes, of course. And you hire them to make series, like actual approved Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm series with some oversight. I still think it needs to have a little bit of oversight, but you do not meddle with too much. Like, just make sure, like, canonically or whatever way you want it to fit, it fits.
Releases on time, that they have all the support they need.
Right.
To
Basically
do well.
stuff like that. Otherwise, you let them be and you let them cook. So that's why, and I'm just so glad that they listened. Maybe, I don't know if they listened to us or whoever, but they actually finally did that. And they were like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. These are the most popular. Let's make that a series. And then we'll make it an actual thing. And you're going to get people from Japan. You're going to get people all over the world. I mean, anime is massive. It's so huge right now. So I'm excited about Visions Season 3. I don't even know if you saw the whole trailer, fact checker.
Nope.
We're going to watch it together at some point. Don't you worry. Let us know. Again, I keep saying I'm a broken record. We'd love to hear from you in the chat, in the comments below, everything. What do you think about Visions Season 3? All right.
Sweet.
We're going to keep going. We got another one here. We were kind of talking about this a little bit ago. Was John Boyega has thoughts and ideas on the sequel trilogy. Are they better ideas? And I'm going to be honest, I liked all of his ideas.
Yeah, they seemed really
Yeah, why don't you talk about it?
kind of, well spoken and a lot more interesting than what we saw. It's again honoring the legacy of these characters and George Lucas's original vision more than what we got out of the 3 sequels. So not to trash on the sequels anymore, but some of his points might have been able to fix what people were kind of picking apart and really disliked in the sequel trilogies.
Yeah, and so that's why it's one of those weird things where I don't know how much of it was him, how much of it was PR. It's questionable. I can't say one way or the other. And maybe it's just because obviously retroactively it's easy to talk about these things. And maybe
For sure. You don't know how things are going to hit until afterwards, and
to give him the
you can learn from it.
The benefit of the doubt for John Boyega was I believe he was the biggest Star Wars fan going into making those. I mean, his reaction to the trailer alone, he was like jumping over a couch. Man, he was over the moon excited to be in Star Wars, and he was actually a fan of Star Wars. And people on set would say that too. They're like, John's always talking about Star Wars and different things that he's excited about. So it makes sense that this is the way he'd feel, because it does feel like he's more like us. I feel like he's made some missteps in the past with the whole BLM thing. He definitely did not help himself there, and sometimes calling out saying fans were wrong in some ways. And maybe he's grown into this, grown a little bit, and maybe some deals have fallen through. That's the other thing I'm wondering about too. If he's not as in a contract with Disney right now, he can more free to say what he actually wants to say, and not a PR move. I don't know. There's a lot to it. That's here. But what he says was, if I was a producer on Star Wars from the beginning, you would have had a whole completely different thing. Yes, it would be mad. First of all, we're not. Well, and he says it in a British accent, right? It would be mad. I can't do it.
Yeah, do it. I want to hear it.
I can't do it. It's hard to do John Boyega's.
Go Australian then.
I know, it'll drift. How does a British person sound like? British person.
Yeah, there you go.
He's kind of got like a Cockney, but not really. Not Cockney. He's got like... I can't do it. It would be mad. First of all, we're not getting rid of Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, all these people. We're not doing that. Check. Great. The first thing we're going to do is fulfill their story, fulfill their legacy. We're going to make a good moment of handing on the baton. Yes. I agree with all these points. Absolutely amazing. Our new characters will not be OP'd, overpowered. They put it in parentheses. We know what that is. In these movies, they won't just grab stuff and know what to do with it. No, you've got to struggle like every other character in this franchise. I do that. He is mimicking so many of us. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's finally like listening to the fans, or he's known it all along. Again, there's so many speculation on that. And then he goes on to say, I'd look to the old Republic stories and see what we can add to the continuation of that. I would definitely want to see Force Unleashed stories in there. I would try to expand the Star Wars universe as much as possible while respecting the lore. That's exactly, dude. Have you been listening? Respecting the lore. If we're expanding the lore, we have to do it within the respective boundaries that stay true. Yes. But Luke Skywalker wouldn't be disappearing on a rock. Heck no. Standing there and he's like a projector? I wouldn't want to give those characters... I would want to give those characters way more. And then I think he wraps up here. What I would say to Disney is do not market black character as important and then push them to the side. It's not good. I didn't even know that line was in there.
I didn't.
But he said that. That's him. That's a quote from him. They definitely did him dirty. I mean, you can see that on the Chinese poster.
Yeah, that was wrong.
That was totally wrong, especially for a company that says they're so progressive or whatever. The way that they handled John Boyega's character in the story was so unsatisfying in so many ways that it's criminal. And how they handled the original characters. I agree to all of his points here. I mean, this is exactly... I mean, the only difference I would have is Heir to the Empire. I would have just done Heir to the Empire. But that's the only difference I would make in here to his points. Everything else I completely agree with. You have to treat the characters with respect. You have to pass the baton in a way that's respectful to these new characters and that we can get excited about it. And they are OP'd characters, unfortunately. He's calling out Disney for the sequels. And these are the problems that all the fans have with... He just named basically all the problems we have. Maybe not all of them, but the main problems we have with the sequel trilogy, he just named them all. So I'm with him. I'm totally with him on that. What do you think about this, fact checker? I know you're...
I liked hearing
typing
his
away, but-
thoughts and his perspective on it all. Yeah, again, I like what KG also said. She said, I think his idea specifically for the legacy characters would have worked had they been younger. And if they recast, they can still tell those stories. The ST just told the end of their stories. The ST.
What?
Sequel trilogy.
Sequel trilogy,
Got it.
yeah.
Sorry, a little slow.
We've been hit with a few asteroids at this point. And so much coffee. We can't even think anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. The legacy characters especially is what made me appreciate his words the most.
Yeah, because you have to treat those characters with respect.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I don't even want to. We don't have time to go into it all.
People know our thoughts.
But what do you guys
It was
think?
nice that he came out and shared them.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. I didn't expect that.
Well,
ever.
There was another. I think, and I don't like him or don't like him. I actually do like Star Wars Theory. I think sometimes he's a little controversial, but at the same time, I think he's got some good points. I know not everybody feels that way about Theory, but at one of his events, John Boyega actually showed up at his booth. And even Theory was like, that was kind of a quiet statement in its own for him to do that because, yeah, I mean, that he knows, Star Wars Theory knows how Disney, Lucasfilm, what they think about Star Wars Theory because he's been very open about everything he's disliked about the sequel trilogy, the way they've handled Star Wars, because he loves Star Wars like we do. And that's why I'm more on board with him than I'm not. I think sometimes he has misses here and there, but for the most part, I agree Not always 100%, but I agree with Theory on a lot of things.
Yeah.
We just handle it in a different way. And he's
Yeah.
got his flavor, we got our flavor.
Yeah,
But
it's nice
it was,
to find the things we can connect on rather than disagree.
Yeah, for sure. And like him or not, he is the biggest Star Wars YouTuber out there. So
sure.
we gotta take that. And he speaks for a lot of fans too. So not all the fans, but for a lot of fans. But I did think that was interesting that John Boyega showed up at his booth.
Yeah.
That does, like, a lot of people are like, well, what does that matter? Well, it's because John Boyega is a part of the sequel trilogy that
He didn't like.
Theory does not like him. Been very vocal about that for a very long time, to the point that Disney doesn't like him. Disney Star Wars does not like,
Which is
Theory.
great. You can have a difference of opinion and on a subject, but still have respect for people.
Right, exactly. But when it comes to John Boyega's thoughts, as if this isn't just a PR move, if he actually means this, then I'm right there for it. And I would love to see John Boyega back. Actually, if they
That'd be
announced
great.
him coming back,
Could they tie him
potentially,
into Star?
They could.
Fighter?
If it's Rey's Academy, they could maybe retroactively fix some of that, and John Boyega and Rey could both be there.
Yeah,
There might be
so
some sort of
could
love. They
Rose.
could possibly fact checker.
No, where's Pika?
She's okay, but no, just
Okay.
stop.
I'm just saying.
Nothing against Kelly Matrine. The other thing too, I want to reiterate: nothing against any of these actors.
Yeah.
I like all
It's
of
how
these
their
actors.
stories were.
It was how
set
they,
up.
yes, they did the best they could with what they had. They
Yeah.
did a great job with what they had. It's just the way they wrote these characters. It's the characters, not the actors. I want to make that very distinct and very clear. I like all of the actors. Maybe not everything they say, but it's nothing against them personally. So, all right, that's what John Boyega said. We covered that one. Boom. The timer didn't go off. I don't even think you set one. Did you set a timer?
I don't remember. I think it went off.
All right. The last thing here that we want to touch on real fast, which again, I was going to show a photo. I'm sorry. It's a live show. You never know what's going to happen.
This is fun, yeah.
Spaceballs 2 is working
believe
on their film right now. And one of the first images they put out was just absolutely hilarious. They're trolling already. They basically redid the image that they released originally for The Force Awakens whenever they were doing the creative room. What was it called? Like the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is it? Hang on. I got it right here. Spaceballs 2 officially gone into production.
The read through. What
Yeah.
was it? It was
Yeah. The
something
first,
like
the
that.
cast read, I think
Yeah,
is what
okay.
it's called. So it's the first cast read, and they totally spoofed in the cast read The Force Awakens. If that doesn't tell you like what this movie is gonna be, I mean, Spaceballs, the first one, trolled original Star Wars so hard that we all had to we all laughed at that. I mean, not everybody as much, but fact checker, you didn't love it as much. But anyway,
It just wasn't
but
my type of humor, but I can respect the creativity that
Right.
went into the jokes.
There, that was very well said. That was you should be working for PR.
Maybe I do.
Did you write that for John Boyega? I'm just joking.
Not. I have an NDA. I can't talk about it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's oh my gosh, dude, it's so funny. And if they Spaceballs, the original, made fun of the original trilogy that everybody loves, but they did a great job.
Yeah.
And they made it so funny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how hard they're gonna make fun of the sequel trilogy and
Yeah.
all the misses they had?
Which would be really,
There is so much content. I think that's why they were like, we have to do this.
It's easy. It writes itself.
This is,
right?
yeah, it writes itself. All we have to do is point out all the thousands of mistakes Disney Star Wars has
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
People are gonna love it. They're gonna go over the moon. The jokes just got to be funny. And
Yeah.
the cast that they have back, it's already fantastic.
Which
and
is huge that Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement.
out of retirement
to
for
be
this.
in this, which he
That's-
has to be in it. You can't make Spaceballs without him.
No, you can't.
That's crazy.
And I think is it? No, it's so not his son. It's the other.
Yeah.
What's his name's son? The guy who played Pullman,
Yeah.
Bill Pullman's son,
Lewis Pullman,
Lewis Pullman, who
Anthony Kerrigan, Kiki Palmer.
who Lewis Pullman also was in the Marvel movie Thunderbolts.
Oh.
And he did a great job in that movie.
Which one was he?
He was the villain. I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, I don't remember now.
He was
Okay,
the
I'll look it
villain,
up.
but he was hilarious and so good in that movie. Like, pulled off like humor, but also pulled off creepy at the same time. Like, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
He did a great job. That's his
I
son.
didn't know that was him.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that makes me like him better.
Yeah,
Is
so-
his name Bob?
Yeah, his name was
Oh,
Bob.
that was
yes,
so awesome.
so funny.
That was so good.
So good.
Definitely
If you guys
good
haven't
movie.
seen Thunderbolts, it's crazy for me to say, but I actually really love that movie. Not for kids, again.
Definitely.
There's some dark stuff in there.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the point of the movie. It was probably one of the best PSAs
Yeah.
or ways to handle trauma / depression. I think I would
Yeah.
say depression.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like really a movie for people to learn how to deal with depression and how to overcome in some ways for so many different characters. I love that. They learned something. They actually taught us something in that movie. It's just like back to form.
I know.
It's
great.
kind of a tragedy that movie didn't do better in some ways. And that's hard for me to say because, again, it's a Disney project, and I don't always love every Disney product, but they
Yeah.
did a good job. And we got to call it where it's good.
Yeah. So
they make more.
Is Spaceballs? It's not Disney. It never was.
No, I don't believe it is anyway.
Okay.
I don't think they could.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
If it
I
is.
think it was. So, but
No, it's Amazon, MGM.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it says
which-
because Spaceballs 2 has officially gone into production. Amazon MGM has shared the first cast photo for the 2027 sequel.
That's funny. Amazon.
Amazon's got a win on their hands.
That's a big.
Although Amazon's not been, I mean, they have some really good ones and some that are just like meh.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
everyone does.
Everybody does. Yeah, exactly. It's streaming, so you can't. Not everything's going to be gold, but just crazy. And I just love how they're trolling the sequel trilogy so hard. Personally, also they might have some things in there that do praise the sequel trilogies, and that'd be good too. But it's either way, it's going to be hilarious, probably inappropriate, not for kids. Not that I love that stuff, but I just love the jokes and the humor and the way they can poke fun at Star Wars and do it even kind of in a respectful, not really, but just goofy way. I think goofy's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah. And people at this point kind of need it. We need some goofiness.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to say this. I think this movie has a better chance of
was gonna ask
making
you
$1
that.
billion. I'm not even joking. This
That's
movie,
hilarious.
might make $1 billion.
That's so funny. I just looked up how much they made and with the original Spaceballs, which was 38 million. So I don't know, adjusted for inflation, probably pretty dang close, or if not over.
Because how much does it say how much they spent on the original?
Yeah, they spent 22.7 and they made 38. Well, no, yeah.
But that's
Wait,
was that
maybe that was domestic, and then worldwide was basically 38. So double that.
Oh, okay. But
Okay, that's
and that
pretty
was
good.
when did that come out?
Oh,
1987.
7.
So that's
Yeah.
1987. That's a totally different world. Adjusted for
was.
inflation, I mean,
That's
that
what
would
I'm
be-
thinking. Yeah, I think you're right.
But it was a
this is-
spoof
yeah.
in a lot of ways. So a lot of, and
Mm-hmm.
also not exactly as kid friendly. So that's going to be tough. But
Yeah.
over I wonder how much it's earned now over the decades it's been out.
Yeah, I didn't look
That's
that
the
up,
crazy
but-
part as well.
So this one has long-term potential.
Long-term potential.
Yeah,
And KG's got a good point here. KG says they'll probably poke fun in a way that both haters and lovers of the sequels will enjoy. Yeah, I'm totally. And she also said, yeah, the Schwartz Awakens. Yeah, so they're already poking fun at that, even with their first image here. It's just, it's got to be comedy gold. You can take it to the bank. It's making $1 billion. I'm saying it right here, right now. $1 billion, maybe two. $1 billion. This movie's The Schwartz Awakens is going to make because it's going to be so much fun.
Nice.
All right. Well, I think that covers everything. Wow, that was a lot. That was a marathon. And thank you guys for sticking with us through all of that. I think we did it in pretty good time, honestly, all
Yeah.
things considered. We do got to get to this, our members only stream, which is happening in just a few minutes here. So,
We might have a quick little delay in between as we set
yeah,
things up.
we just got to finalize a few things. So just bear with us for like a few minutes We got to get set up for it, and then it'll just be a few minutes, and then we'll be right back live with everybody, and we're going to be doing the Star Wars dating game between me and my wife, Tay, the librarian. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we don't get into arguments.
No, I doubt
You see
it.
some, though, where they like get into arguments.
I
That's the only
know.
thing
You're
we
like,
do.
oh no, this is not meant to divide you.
Right.
It's meant to bring you together.
Right, exactly. No, it'll be fun.
Yeah, you guys will make it
And you
fun.
guys will guest along with us. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, I'm curious to let people in the chat also guess and see what they think y'all's answers will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We appreciate every single one of you for being here. We hope you had a good time talking all things Star Wars. We covered a lot. If we missed anything, let us know in the comments down below or in the chat here. And we'll get to it as soon as we can. We try to cover everything as much as possible. Basically a weekly show here, covering all the Star Wars news that happened as much. And we also do some fun things in Star Wars as well, and the members only. So we appreciate you being here. We hope you guys have a great week. Have a great night. We'll see you hopefully in the members stream. Otherwise, don't forget to always... Do you have anything else, Fact Checker?
Stay tuned. We've got some more stuff coming up this month.
Yes, we do.
You'll enjoy.
Yeah. Things working behind the scenes. It's always fun.
Yep.
All right. Don't forget to always stay on target. See you next week, or in a few minutes, hopefully. Bye. Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1. Never tell me the odds. I nailed that.
That was awesome.
Wasn't British, though.
It's pretty close.
Enjoy your coffee. Sleep good.
Gosh, that's creepy.